Hello, grade 8. Welcome back to Learning is Easy with Teacher Fish. Today, we will learn how to make our writing more organized and easier to understand. We will talk about linguistic features that writers use in informational texts, diction and style, transition devices, sentence structure, and function. Don't worry, it's simple. I will explain what each means, give examples, and show you how to use them. Let us start with diction and style. Just a reminder, we have discussed this in one of our lesson videos during the first quarter. So to fully understand what they are, I suggest panoorin niyo ulit yung video after nitong lesson natin. But to refresh, diction refers to the choice of words used in writing or speaking. It is important because the correct choice of words helps make communication clear, appropriate, and effective. If you send a text message to your best friend that says, "Kindly submit your notebook for my perusal," she will probably reply, "Ha?" But if you say, "Pahiram ng notebook, please," she will understand right away. Now, how do we use diction well? First, know your audience. If you're talking to your barkada, use casual words. If you're writing a speech for class, use formal words. It is like choosing an outfit. You do not wear pambahay to a debut, right? Next, choose simple words. Don't say utilize when you can simply say use. Do not say terminate the conversation when by is enough. Third, avoid nosebleed words. Unless your goal is to confuse your classmates, keep it clear and simple. Like our previous example, instead of saying, "Kindly submit your notebook for my perusal," just say, "Can or let me borrow your notebook, please." Mas simple at mas madaling maintindihan. Now let's move on to style. Style is the way you express your ideas. It's the personality of your writing. Formal, informal, serious, or creative. For example, when writing a Facebook post, you might say, "Ang saya ng outing namin, grabe. Best day ever." Informal style. But if you are writing a school essay, you might write, "Our class outing was enjoyable and memorable." Formal style. Again, how do we use style in writing well? First, match your style to your purpose. For your teacher, use formal style. For your friends, use casual style. It's like how you talk differently to your lola and to your katropa. 2. Add flavor. Don't make everything flat and boring. A little humor or descriptive words can make your writing fun. Number 3, be consistent. Imagine you are telling a funny story but suddenly switch to super serious speech. Nakakalito, di ba? So stay in one style depending on your purpose. The next linguistic feature is called transition devices. Transition devices, or simply transitions, are words or phrases that connect ideas so your writing flows smoothly. For example, first, then, meanwhile, suddenly, and finally. For example, we practiced the dance. The music stopped. The teacher clapped. Naintindihan niyo ba? Maybe, but di ba, without transitions, it feels choppy. Now let us add transitions. First, we practiced the dance. Suddenly, the music stopped. Finally, the teacher clapped. O, diba? Now it flows like a story. So, how do we use transition devices or transitions in writing? First, think of transitions as traffic lights. First means go, meanwhile means slow down because another thing is happening, and finally means stop, we are done. Next, use them like stepping stones. Without stones, crossing the river is messy. With transition devices, your reader crosses smoothly. Last, practice with your notes. Instead of writing random bullet points, try connecting them. So you might say, first, we did some research. Afterwards, we made an outline. Finally, we finished the report. Now let's move to sentence structure and function. And to make it clear, hahatiin natin sila into sentence structure and sentence function. Sentence structure refers to the way words, phrases, and clauses are arranged to form a complete thought. It determines how ideas are organized and connected within a sentence. Pero to simplify, ito yung kung paano binubuo ang isang sentence. There are four types of sentence structure, starting with simple sentence. A simple sentence has only one independent clause, a complete thought with a subject and predicate. For example, Maria reads. Next, compound sentence. A compound sentence contains two or more independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, or a semicolon. The structure of a compound sentence is independent clause plus coordinating conjunction plus independent clause. For example, Maria reads and Johnny writes. Then we have complex sentence. A complex sentence has one independent clause and at least one dependent or subordinate clause introduced by a subordinating conjunction because, although, when, or if. The structure of a complex sentence is independent clause plus dependent clause. For example, Maria reads because she loves stories. And the last structure is compound complex sentence. A compound complex sentence contains at least two independent clauses and one or more dependent clauses. The structure of a compound complex sentence is independent clause plus independent clause plus dependent clause. But remember, you can change the positions of the clauses. For example, Maria reads because she loves stories, and Johnny writes in his notebook. Now, how do we use sentence structure well? First, start simple. Use simple sentences for clarity. For example, we will meet tomorrow. Then, combine ideas. Use compound sentences to show connections. For example, we will meet tomorrow and we will bring snacks. Third, if you want to show cause and effect, use complex sentences. For example, we will meet tomorrow because we have a project. Last, add variety. Mix different structures so writing flows smoothly. So let's focus on sentence function. Sentence function refers to the purpose a sentence serves in communication. It explains what the sentence does, whether it tells, asks, commands, or expresses emotion. Or in Tagalog, ito yung kung para saan ginagamit ang sentence. The first kind of sentence function is called declarative sentence. A declarative sentence makes a statement or expresses an idea or fact. Its purpose is to inform or declare something. When writing a declarative sentence, we start with the subject, then predicate, then ends with a period. For example, our exam is tomorrow. The next is interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question and ends with a question mark. Its purpose is to request information. When writing an interrogative sentence, start with an auxiliary verb plus the subject plus the main verb, then end with a question mark. For example, did you study already? Then, imperative sentence. An imperative sentence gives a command, request, or instruction. The subject, which is you, is often implied rather than stated. Its purpose is to direct someone to act. When writing imperative sentence, the structure is you, which is implied, plus base form of a verb, and ends with either an exclamation point or a period. For example, bring your notes. The last sentence function is called exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses strong emotions such as excitement, surprise, fear, or anger. Its purpose is to show heightened feeling. When writing exclamatory sentence, we start with a statement or phrase and end with an exclamation point. For example, oh no, I forgot my notebook. Before we end, let us recap. Always remember, diction is choosing words that fit your audience. It's like choosing outfits. Style means matching your tone to the situation. Formal for teachers, casual for tropa. Next, transition devices is using connecting words like traffic lights to guide readers. And lastly, sentence structure and function means mixing sentences for variety. Don't bore your readers. And one final tip, always read your work aloud. If you get lost, so will your reader. Great job, class! We just finished another lesson that will surely help you level up in school, life, and the future. Do not forget to watch the other lesson videos on this channel. Para every lesson, ikaw ang bida. See you next time.